We didn't think he was going to do it, but by the skin of his teeth, Mark Larkham and the Mitre 10 Fords just made it onto the grid for the start of Heat 3. Less than 10 seconds to go. Glenn Seaton, Larry Perkins on the front row. It's Ford, it's Holden, side by side. The engine's bouncing off the rev limiters, 7,500 RPM, and Larry Perkins gets the throttle down. Dick Johnson makes an excellent start from the outside, and there's a whole pack thundering over the hill, up to 220 kilometres an hour, charging down toward turn 1. Larry Perkins leads it through. Look at Dick Johnson on an absolute roll here. Absolutely terrible qualifying practice at Phillip Island, but he's making up for it. Leaps and bounds in Heat 3, up to second position. Gunned in front of Glenn Seaton. There's Wayne Gardner of the Coca-Cola Commodore, and Peter Brock right back in the pack, and a lot of work to do.
Well, Dick Johnson's car was going like a camel until he banged it up in Heat 1. He should bang it up more often.
Look at this, Dick Johnson on fire. Really giving it everything as they come under the Foster's Bridge up toward Honda for the first time. Glenn Seaton in third position, Wayne Gardner in fourth in the Coke Commodore, and Max Dumsney, the privateer in only his second touring car race, up to fifth position. As they swing down through Siberia, there's Dumsney just ahead of one of the pack leader Fords, and a stack of privateers with Mark Scaife too, after a shocker in Heat 2 trying to fight his way back to pack as they come up toward Lukey Heights for the first time. Big benefactor here could be Glenn Seaton and Peter Brock if they're going to tighten this championship up. Both Lowndes and Bow, the championship leaders, out of the battle, so this is the chance to really close up the points. Johnson hard up behind the Castrol Commodore as they swing out of turn 10 a little bit sideways as he gets 550 horsepower to the tar. He's up alongside and he's in front of Perkins. Perkins hanging into there. Side by side, he's not going to let Johnson get away with this as we take race cam aboard this heated battle as they swing back onto pit straight for the first time. Johnson really on fire. Phillip Island this afternoon. The battle now. Seaton comes out. They fan out 3 wide as they come across the start finish line. We take race cam in the Ford Credit Falcon as Seaton just motors past Dick Johnson. But Johnson's got a good line here. He's up inside Seaton, and Seaton is no lack of courage as he ducks around the outside, and Gardner now jumps up to make a quartet. Fabulous battle in the opening lap here of the V8s, and Seaton has another go down the inside coming out of Southern Loop. So Perkins gets shuffled back to second position. So now it's Seaton. Johnson now in third position, and there's Wayne Gardner really climbing onto the back of the Shell Ford.
Well, that's an unbelievable 60 seconds of driving from Glenn Seaton.
Well, I'm sure he couldn't have believed his luck there. Onto the straight, we had Dick and Larry banging into one another, well, not quite hitting, but certainly pulling a bit of speed off one another, which gave him a fantastic run down the straight. And, of course, Larry ran a little wide, and he's in the lead and pulling away.
Oh, look at this. We take roof cam aboard Shell Dunlop race cam. Giving a little bit of muscle, a little bit of elbowing there. Larry Perkins up in front of him. Look how serious they are as they come through here up toward Lukey Heights once again. Dick Johnson has to give way to Wayne Gardner on a real charge in the Coca-Cola Commodore.
It's amazing. Dick Johnson was a real threat for the lead less than 2 minutes ago, and now he's been shuffled back to fourth.
Wayne Gardner's on a real charge. He's very quick in qualifying here in the wet. Boy, he's showing some speed. A little tap there, but Dick, come on, Wayne, get a move on. Dick Johnson seriously pumped up at Phillip Island. We normally only see him putting on a squirt like this at Bathurst and Lakeside, but boy, oh boy, this is the Dick Johnson of old.
And Alan Jones has come into the fight too.
So Alan Jones in the pack leader Falcon, looking far more competitive these days. He's pushed his way past Duncan, and now he's trying to do the same thing to Dick Johnson. 2 laps completed as they come across the start finish line. Jones on the outside, Johnson on the inside. Johnson switches across to try and get a run on Gardner while Jones goes the other direction, but there's no room down there. So Jones stays in fifth position behind Johnson. Look at Jones. All that aggression coming through as he gets this pack leader forward, more and more competitive with each outing right off the outside. Johnson covering his tracks very effectively. 2 Commodores in front of them. There's Perkins. He's got Gardner breathing down his neck. Look at this. Continuing to attack. Alan Jones, 220 kilometres an hour as they come under the bridge and up toward Honda once again. Dunlop race cam shows you Jones gets a real good look inside the back of Shell 17 Falcon. Fills the mirrors. Johnson would be well aware he's got an ex-world champion breathing right down his neck. Jones goes to the outside. The 2 top bananas, Queensland Ford teams, Dick Johnson and Alan Jones, fighting for supremacy at Phillip Island. Jones gets a terrific run out of Siberia. He comes up alongside, building up to 220k. Not able to do anything on the outside. Ducks back a little bit. There's the head up toward Lukey Heights once again. No answer for Johnson, who is showing a tremendous turn of speed in Heat 3 at Phillip Island this afternoon.
Well, this is as good a racing as we've seen in the Shell Series so far this year. Terrific stuff by these guys in improving conditions at Phillip Island late in the day.
And it's interesting that Glenn Seaton skipped the wall. There we go.
Oh, Dumpsy. Oh, he's T-boned Mark Scaife.
And Brock almost got caught up in
Richards got through.
Oh, Mark Scaife. Has he been out of luck this year? You saw him in the wars a month ago. Similar incident with Wayne Gardner. Now he's been on the receiving end. Dear, oh dear.
Johnson and Jones continue to battle it out. Glenn Seaton, meantime, is off like a scalded cat.
Glenn Seaton opened it up now. 4.1 seconds. The gap over Larry Perkins. Then we've got Johnson and Jones blocking this terrific scrap. Positions changing up and down the field. It's a long, long circuit, this 4.4 kilometres of racetrack. Seaton now running in the 135s that time around. Everyone else in the 137 second bracket and upwards. So Seaton absolutely flying in this heat. Let's have a look at that run again. Max Dumpsy just getting offline, digs a wheel into the dirt. Someone's going to cop it. It's Scaife. Pow! Right into the B-pillar of the Sega Commodore. And Scaife, boy, oh boy, you can't take a trick at Phillip Island this afternoon. So here he is on the pits. Can't see the battle damage. That's on the other side of the car, but Scaife will be fuming. Just trying to hang on to his points in this championship. Came into the round of fairway down on the score.
Not too much urgency there.
No, they know that they're on a hiding to nothing.
In the second race today, Gardner has a English compound on that not too many people have raced with here, and he had an understeering problem with the car, but they've changed a few things in between races, seemed to have sorted it out, and he's definitely all over Perkins looking for a way by.
How close he is to the Castrol Commodore as they swing on once again. Larry Perkins is putting in a tremendous performance at Phillip Island this afternoon. He's had a terrible start. There's the Castrol Falcon. Tyre problems apparently. Tony Longhurst is showing a good turn of speed here this afternoon too, but not so in Heat 3. Pulls off. That's the end of his day. Look at Wayne Gardner. Continues to attack the back of the Castrol Commodore. Larry Perkins feeling the maximum pressure here. 4 laps down from this 12-lapper. Gardner switching left, switching right. Applying the thumb screws to Perkins. He can sniff some big points here. He's going to give it everything to try and get him. He ducks down the inside of Perkins, accelerating up hard. Look, race cam shows you just how close Gardner was on the inside, just up alongside the rear quarter panel of the Castrol Commodore, but not far enough in to do anything about it as they come up toward Honda Corner.
Fantastic cut and thrust action here. Perkins and Gardner, and not far astern of them we've got Dick Johnson and Alan Jones, but of course this is playing into the hands of Glenn Seaton, who's got a free ride up front.
5-litre racing at its best. This is the cut and thrust of these cars. Falcons and Commodores very evenly matched. Variety of tyres, variety of drivers. But boy, when these guys get serious, it's on for young and old. Swinging up toward Lukey Heights once again. Well over 220 kilometres an hour. Daunted by the crash there with Bow and Lowndes in Heat 2. These guys giving it absolutely everything. Over Lukey Heights once again. Johnson still well and truly in this battle. Seaton still. Gardner along the outside. Oh! There's body contact, a big contact. Gardner goes for both off. Perkins has gone with him, just misses the shell sign, gets back onto the island, and Gardner's going with him, but doesn't leave too much to the imagination there.
Well, Gardner, went down around the outside, and maybe Larry didn't see him there, and he went over to move his part of the track, and hard to tell because we're only looking for the inside, but it's a pity really because they're having such a good dive.
Look at that again on the replay. Gardner was right alongside. Pow! Perkins takes up his line out of turn 10. And there was no room for either. Well and truly off the grass, I guess, by the time they contacted.
Well, it really looked on the TV like Gardner turned into him, but I don't think that's true because they were out of track when Larry drove straight off the track the next moment. So I think it's just one of those things.
What it's done is elevate Dick Johnson to second place now. Alan Jones in third spot. Glenn Seaton continues to lead, has a good lead at this point with about 5 laps gone.
So this battle's been on since the green light. Alan Jones well and truly pumped and enjoying the competitiveness of this pack leader Falcon. His teammate Paul Romano's been having a good run here too. As they swing out of Siberia up toward Lukey Heights once again. 5 laps completed of 12. Seaton still showing a clean pair of heels to everyone in this field. The 135.99 the last time around. These guys running in the 137s. Seaton has really opened it up. 8.8 seconds now, the gap over this battle for second. Look at Jones.